Oh, what's going on, guys? What's going on this evening? Everybody doing okay? Thought I'd hop on for a quick one. Playing, tinkering around with some futures here a little bit. You like that, John Cox? Yeah, USAR's, it may end up being my best swing. I don't know. There goes my cat. Tony in the house, Shelly in the house. Oh yeah, the queues are still running. I've been running in queue overnight here a little bit, and on the futures side, tinkering around a little. Everything pumped. Well, not everything, but some things pumped today. So I wanted to look at a couple things. We can revisit USAR and look for a moment. Apple was an absolute beast today. I hope some of you guys got that. I actually charted that before pre-market or before market opened in the pre-market. And had it charted last week for the whole Discord. So if you're here from YouTube, I'd encourage you to hit the description in the video and hit that top link. Come over and join us in the Stocks with Josh Discord. We are doing pretty well, having a good time doing it, and going to keep doing it. Doing what we do. So I was just going to tell you, I don't know if you guys know this. I don't fool with Robinhood very much. But if you want some trading in the pre-market and in the after hours that you're not dependent upon options, Robinhood is pretty easily set up with futures on their desktop platform. You can see this is NQ, and NQ has that's like the QQQ version of the Qs, and then ES is the futures version of the SPY. So you can do the micros. It doesn't cost as much. The minis are pretty expensive, so I would encourage, if you're going to do it, to try it with the micros to start with. You can trade those throughout the night, early on Sunday. So when you get big news rips, or if you get action after hours that you would love to be trading, it's like this morning, before we got online, I was in the queues down here this morning on futures, and a lot of times they rip this move up, even though it played today. I mean, it played great today. The Qs and the SPY both, and you can be in the play a little earlier, so you don't have to wait on the market to open. It's just an idea if you get used to it. If it is a different style of trading, you trade on a ladder instead of with contracts, but there's no Greeks. There's no, I don't know. It's a little bit different, but something that if you struggle on time, you don't have a lot of time at the opening bell or throughout the day or something, or you want to get a little more trading in overnight or earlier in the morning, I really like this idea for pre-market, because this was like, to me, in this pre-market session at 7 a.m. this morning, when this on the 5 minute here, we bottomed, made a higher low right here. We came back, retested, and MACD held, and we shot over 60 right in there. So this was entry, and I didn't have to wait for the market to open up here, so I was already up on those. So it's a cool thing you might want to think of. I think I'm going to do a class on it in a few weeks. I'm going to get a little more familiar with Robinhood's version. So it could be another outlet for you, something you might want to think about. What's up, Nino? Who's spamming the chat? Yeah, Manish, if you're going to do that, man, I'm not going to even look at it. Yeah, I don't, there's no point in doing that. If I see something people want to look at, I do my best to look at it. You don't have to put it in their bunch like that. Oh, yeah, I don't trade options on Robinhood. But I think on the vice versa side, Webull is not too friendly with futures. I love the Webull platform. Y'all know I'm a Webull. I preach the word of Webull a lot. So, but everything I've heard on Webull futures isn't that great. I'm gonna have to look into it. If you're gonna get into futures big, yeah, there's Apex and Ninja Trader out there, but I'm just talking about to dabble in. It does open the door for a little bit. You need a little bit of working capital. I don't want to, like some people don't want to do funded accounts, and that's usually what I think Ninja and Apex and all them, they mostly encourage funded accounts and stuff. So, anyways, it's another outlet. You might want to think about it. I made pretty big bucks today off of this pre-market run. I was actually up late last night and caught some of it. There's not a lot of volume early, but as the market starts to get into the last hour of pre-market, volume does pick up a little bit, and you'll start seeing some more movement. So, yep, might do a class on it in the coming weeks. Yeah, I love Webull charts, man. What's up, Panther? I wanted to look at Apple. Guys, I charted this for the Discord a week and a half ago. Actually, probably more than that. And on the way down, all levels have been spot on, 100%. Okay. Today was spot on 100%. I'm not saying I'm 100% all the time, but I have nailed this one. The breakdown was 265. So I gave that with the target of 255. We got that here. And we retraced pretty much half that move for another breakdown. All the way down here to 244, right? 244.70. This was my next level. This is where we bounced. We have retaken 250 and 254.90. So it's getting to a point here where I'm not saying it's reversal completely, but it's got a nice look to it, I'll say. I'll give it that. It's got a nice look. If we start clearing this around 256. We got a 10-point move back up towards 265. I would say 262 on the way, and then 265. So there's a sizable gap up through here that we can get to. That daily is curling up pretty nice on the RSI and MACD down here. Now, that's not everything, but you know, the ice storm, it's been cold here. It's I think we're looking at single digits tonight. So I don't know if anybody played this with me this morning, but on my big account, I left runners, and you can see Apple all day long here. Cha-ching, my friends. Cha-ching on this. So don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. We need to get through 256. And I wanted to look. I think Apple's heading back to 260 to this POC for this month. Is where I think it's heading back to, right up in here. So over 256, we got some room up through here. We'll see. Okay. Let's do CRDO for my friend asking for it here. I would say, what's up, Guppy? Guppy got it. Nice, brother. Nice. Yeah, she played. She played all day. I'm not familiar with this Credo technology, my friend, but it don't look pretty. You are sitting on the bottom of a big shelf right here. And this is the 200 EMA. Your MACD's already under. I think it's about to break down. Awfully close. Awfully close. About 128 for the break. Your daily's already under 40 down here. I think this breaks and has to deal with the 200 EMA. That's going to be deciding factor. It could tap it and hop, you know. It has been consolidating up here for a while. So, what's the weekly? Well, it's a pretty easy look. Here's your, you know, this is about your last piece of floor for you here, so to say. There's a lot of space here, man. A lot of space for this to fall. I would say there is a little bit right here around 112, a little bit of support. So be careful on your weekly. If this could pull on back to the zero line and drop through this 128 down to 110. I'm not real bullish on it right now. This is the last line of defense for support. So 128, my friend, 128. And for any kind of run, she's got to get, it's a long ways up to 164. And another reason I don't like this is because the signal line and the RSI down here, they're not close to each other. See the gap? So I like when the signal line has also retreated down low for the flip up, and we don't have that down here. If the signal line were low, I would I would put that on my radar, like down in here. When the signal line got so low, it finally gave way and then broke those highs back there at 50 that time. So that's, I'm not real bullish on it right now, but 128 is the bottom support that you got. 128. Okay. Qs are still running. Okay. I'm gonna do a few charts. I'm not going a long time, but I'm gonna do a few charts. Okay. Corewave. Boom, baby. All right. Yeah, we caught a lot of this on Corewave. My cat is so mad. She can't go outside. So I'm sorry if you guys hear her in the background. She is peed off. Corewave is going to have to... It's going to have to hold over 94. Where did she retrace? Where's the 1 hour here? I kind of like that 97.50 locally here. And then break out back over 103. And 106 on Corewave. So be watching that. You got some more support on down here at 88, but I don't really want to ride 99 all the way down to 88 if I'm doing options. Okay. Let's hit USAR while we're on here. Everybody's got that on their brains right now. I would just like to remind you, I gave this at 1950. 1950, guys. Look at that big boy today. $40. That's 100% move on shares, guys. I love it. All right. Definitely had to cool off. What's it doing in the overnight? What are you doing, baby girl? There you go. She had to get some food, guys. Sorry. All right. I'll check out TTD. Yeah, we can check it out. Azad wants some GameStop, huh? I saw it's pumped a little bit. I have seen it. One of my buddies mentioned it to me. I don't want much to do with it, but I will check it. I mean, if it's making something, that's fine. I'll hop on for a trade if I want to. But Don't get involved in all the hype. Don't get caught up in the hype. That's why the vast majority of people lost money last time, or they didn't take their gains. Here's your range. USAR. Where you at? USAR overnight. She's dealing with $27 right now overnight. I think this is your range, about 26 up to 33. This is where you want to hold and consolidate. Hold and consolidate. Because it didn't leave us much on the way up. There's really just nothing there. What, baby girl? This has always been look at this shelf, guys. I mean, my line's almost dead on with it. So 26, just take that one off. There's the next thing I see. It needs to hold 26. If you enter again, you need to enter close to this amount. Use it for a stop because there's not much market structure here to hold you. There's just nothing here. That's why when it shot up over 19 back here, I was so interested in it. You had a triple top, 1, 2, 3, and then when it fired through it, it was off to the races. You just needed the momentum, and you got it. Look what happened when we broke it. Looky there, we went over 60. Right here, guys. Got to clear 60 and continue. You know, it's got to continue through 60, but that's the breaking point when you get up against resistance. Right here, here, and here. You can look nowhere's close to 60. Tapped 60 and rejected. Busted 60. Right there on your RSI. Okay. So that's my range for it right now, 26 to 33. Anything under 26, like in my opinion, you gotta cut it and let it find support down through here. There's just not much. There's not much there. Okay. And also, as great. See, this is why I don't like these volume bars. Look at this huge volume coming in. It's saying red. That doesn't reflect a lot. I bet the 4 hours are, red too. So that was your blow off move. Yeah, I think you got to let it settle right here, okay? You got to let it settle. All right, what we got? I already done Apple, Robert. I done Apple first. Einstein, hopefully. That's right, Guppy. I'm not sure, Einstein. Apparently, you go to sleep, wake up, and are clearly obsessed. Did anyone see what Keenan said a few days ago? If your motivation and discipline becomes obsession. I'm not sure that I'm obsessed with it. No. I enjoy it. I enjoy helping people. So I didn't do a video today, so I thought I would take time to spend with you guys and do a few charts. I don't think that's obsession. Gavin Stanton, I don't know how to say your name. On Robinhood, you're scalping or put your order in with stop loss take profit. Only on Robinhood, all I'm doing is futures scalping. I do a little bit of long-term buys over at Robinhood and futures. That's it. Thanks, Princess. Jet set. Snowed in too, huh? Yeah. I try to not be completely obsessed with anything. But I guess we can all get there. Yep. Let's look at GameStop for everybody. GME. What does that spell? Okay. What we got going on here, y'all? I'll try to look at Pfizer, Mr. T, for you. Yeah. I hate where they've done stock splits. It messes everything up. Take it back to the split. Where was the split? Where was the split? Right there. The daily's got room, yeah. You probably gonna come test the top of this. $28. Not a bad move. It's a $4 move from here. I would say as long as the daily remains over the 200, I would use the 200 as support. We're at 23.30. This is your biggest volume bar to get over here. So you got to stay over $24 here. You got to clear and stay over 24. That is your breakout trigger up to 28. That would be the two levels I would play off of, and I would just use this POC bar as support. Yep. That's what I would do. Momentum looks pretty good on the daily. Both lines are about to fire through the zero line. RSI up pretty nice. So yeah, it don't look bad. I ain't gonna talk down about it. Talk dirty. I made a lot of money on it back in the day. I used AMC though. Okay. It's got to get over this volume shelf here. Okay. $29. If you can get over 29 up there, that would be a biggie. That could get some stuff going. But you can see this MACD has been coiling up, looking for a move one way or the other. So it's leaning bullish to me. Leaning bullish. Let's do, what is Pfizer? PFE. Pfizer. Yeah. That's the weekly. This doesn't move really big in dollar amounts, but Yeah, it's make or break time here. Over 2750. That would clear the 200 EMA on the weekly. And then 2950. You got better support all the way down here at 20, but yeah, doesn't look horrible right now, I'll say. It's got the momentum going with it. So if RSI will continue through 60, you could see this run some. 29 all the way to 33. Up here would be your last breaker block. Okay. Yep, we'll look at UNH. Guys, please don't spam the chat. I'm not in GME, Soul. I'm not in GME. Look, chart don't look too bad for a little move. We'll see. Man, UNH. It's having a lot of trouble with this trying to break out, huh? Daly's still fighting with the 200 there, see? It just cannot get across it. When you cross the 200 EMA, the story changes on this. At that point, 377 right up here. There's your last highs. This big gap kind of got filled, and now there's a lot of space of volume from here to the top. But it's got to get up into this and start closing over 377, 378 right in there. That's where true breakout is on it. If you didn't get like this big dip from way back here, of course that was beautiful, but if you're close on it, then sold off in after hours. Woo! All the way to 321, huh? What happened? Anybody know? Oh, got some news, huh? Got some news. We all know how that news goes. Girl, come on, quit. My cat's going crazy. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm not. It's just not able to get over this right now. 378. It's got a your support's all the way back here at 325, honestly. 313 to 325. This is support. And this is unable on the weekly to get to the 0 line. The daily finally got over it, but it's struggling. Even though it's over it, notice your RSI is not cutting through 60 and is showing continuation. So that's why you got a weak MACD just floating right over top of the 0 line. It's not taking off like it did back here. See the difference? Look at this MACD here. You got this consolidation area and then an explosion, right? And then we remained over it up until right in there. You lost that shelf back down to this support. Back up to retest, denied. So to me, this falls back to, it's already at 320, did somebody say? So where's it at overnight? UNH. Yeah, 320. Look at there. There's your number, 320. You lose that, coming back down into this towards 300. So there's your levels on that. I got a couple more in me, guys. I will tell you while I'm on here, if you're just from YouTube, first of all, thank you for being here with me, for spending a little time with me. If you want some help in your journey with trading every day, hit the description in the video. Come over to the, if you hit the description, it's the top link in the video. It's the Stocks with Josh Discord. I'm over there 5 days a week with Josh. We got some future plans coming, and it's a great community. If you want to live day trade, if you want to learn how to invest and trade and stuff, and I'm telling you, it's the place to be. It's a great community. So consider joining us. Consider coming over and subscribing. It's the top link in the description. Before you get out of here, if you've not subbed to my YouTube channel, I would appreciate that subscription and a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. And I'll look at AMD and one more here, maybe two. You cannot go outside, girl. You can't go out. It's too cold. Yep, it's too cold. Guyvinson, I will do my best. I've got a scalping class next Saturday. If you're interested, you can email me, or if you're in the Discord, you'll see it posted. We'll just be doing day trading, scalping. I'm going to show you a couple other methods of finding levels. And maybe the week after that, I might do futures on Robinhood. Einstein, yep. Sometimes I do break out the guitar. I can't do it on public videos much because they copyright strike me. And then they give me, it's not good on my channel. So last time I did it, Mr. T, mostly just ES and NQ. ES and NQ. So yeah, hit the description in the video. Come over to the Discord. Give us a shot. I think you'll enjoy it. And my email is in the description of the video also. So if you're interested in coaching, that's another service that I do. I do one-to-one coaching. I do small group classes and coaching also. AMD, guys, I warned about this today. It didn't quite give me the flush I wanted, but I did catch it on the second trip back down. I gave everybody a level today of 252. So every time we broke 252 today, I was able to scalp this down to the to lows. So here was that first break here. Your second break was cleaner even more here. So decent little move. Not exactly, about a point and a half. Nothing crazy. But AMD is becoming a little bit exhausted up there, even though the move might not be over. I'm going to tell you, I think we got to lose this 246 to really flush. You're going to see there's a, here, if you're looking for gaps, right there's your gap. Look at that candle. If we lose, I would even say more like 244, 244.50 right here. We could flush AMD 10 points easy. So keep her on your radar. It could very well turn and pop and come back to test these highs or this structure more so back towards 256. So anything over 254, 2.5 point move up to structure to look for reject. I would be looking for reject in here on AMD for another move back down. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. The daily, get rid of my drawings here a moment. The daily rejected perfect with all-time highs. Right, we didn't blow through it. Instead, we turned. Now we could easily just come back and retest and take back off on this. I'm not saying it's a complete reversal, but the 200's way down here. Here's the 50 and the 100. And it got a little ways away from the 9, so it's got to come back and test the 9. See what she gives us after that. So keep it on your radar. You got better structure all the way down here between 225 and 200. Not that far-fetched to come back and retest 200 on AMD. If we get the right setup, okay? If this MACD follows suit and curls on around, then we would have made the same high with less momentum, bringing bearish divergence in on the daily. So we'll see what we get in the coming day or two. Okay. Let's get one more, then I'm going to have to roll. Guys, I love you. I really do. I'm live. I'll be live at market open. Oh, yeah, I said I'll do two more because I did say I would do TTD. I've run that thing 3 or 4 times. Is it going to give us another setup or no? No, she's still in the doghouse. She's in the doghouse now. 33. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Man, this thing could it could get all the way back down to here. I ain't gonna lie. But could be a comeback story down in there too. This weekly is looking to break this this breaker block here around 30. I'd say she's coming to 30. Can't say definitively though, but no flip on RSI yet. I've been pretty fortunate to catch it a few times on these little blow ups. So if I get another one, I'll run it right back up. Doesn't matter. I'll keep it on my. I always keep this one on my watch list. So looks like $30 is inbound. All right, and let's get. Z River Rats. Yeah, AMD played pretty nice today for puts. Okay. Yeah, SMR just never. It just keeps toying around. I've ran it a time or two. What's it doing? She ain't doing nothing. There's your control candle. 1750 on SMR. Maybe back over 21. Could get a little bump. That 200 EMA is close to being lost on the weekly. That would be bad. That'd be bad on SMR. I'd love for this thing to take off. I can't see. I just don't see anything. What's the daily? Nah. Negative. This just came up. I can't remember if I played this. I think I played it back here. I don't think I got this one. Maybe I did. Maybe this is the one I got. The only thing I see is possible inverse head and shoulders here. So again, I'll say 1750. And then you have to break back over 21. So those are my two lines, 1750 and 21 on SMR. Okay. All right, last one, my friends. Thank you all. Appreciate you tuning in. Gavin, not on options, brother. Just on futures. I'm not. I don't do options on Robinhood. I can look at IWM. Man, it's cold here. QQQ still ripping. Oh, my exes live in Texas. 'Cause Texas is the place I really love to be. Oh, my. Y'all like George Strait? Come on with it now. Not a lot of volume on IWM up here, I'll say. She could easily return. Where's April? Back here's April lows. Yeah. 260. 260 support. Dropping that gets back to 248 pretty easy. We'll see. It's at all-time highs up here, so, that is your resistance. Let's see if 260 holds. There is a shelf there. That'd be it. Okay. Amazon. I've got 240.50 marked right there. You can see look where we rejected today. Must have been right. Yeah. This is this is the POC. Get rid of these things. Okay. This is the POC for the month. Okay, guys. Point of control. We're sitting in it right now. Right through here. Now, one cool thing I see on Amazon, maybe this is the 4-hour, maybe inverse head and shoulders here. That makes about 237 your support. What's it show on the daily? Could be. This is definitely the breakover area right here. 240, 240.50. Yeah, never mind. I thought Amazon had a good day. It wasn't that good. It was okay at best if you bought off the lows. So, nothing to write home about today. It's definitely got to get over this level, 240.50 for breakout. Makes perfect sense. Look at all these taps back here. This is breakout, 240.55. And I wanted to look at Google. It had a good day. Where's my comments? I'm going to wrap it up on this one. I sure love you guys. Fat Tony, 10% on Palantir today. Good job, brother. I like to play Palantir a lot. Shane Bowman, thank you, my friend. I sincerely appreciate everybody who stops by and spends a little time with me. I hope I teach you something. Something that I say resonates with you, I hope. Guys, I'm telling you, if I can do this, you can do this. I am I'm nobody. I'm nobody special. I've just spent a lot of time doing it. It takes time. So don't get down on yourself ever over trading, charting, this whole game right here. Um, I used to crawl under a mountain 10 hours a night, 12 hours a night, and dig coal for a living. If I'm telling you, if I can do this, you can do this. You got to get up every morning and keep chugging ahead, keep chugging away. And if you spend more time with it and you learn, you will be able to do it. So keep a positive attitude and stay positive. All right, my friends. Google. You see the pattern I've got here, right? This is the 4 hour. Let's see how the daily lines up. That's pretty doggone close. Look at that. Okay. Yeah. It says a rising wedge. That is a bearish formation. But till it comes out of it, I'm not too bearish on it. What's momentum say? It was a crazy day on Google. It was a rocket today. I hate I missed it, but I did miss it. Can't catch them all. Oh, man. I just set the alarm off on my car. Thank you, Elizabeth. Pawn on fixed range. What is the row size you keep? It depends on what you're used to, what you want, what you get used to. So on fixed range, let's take it back to April lows. Okay. When I'm getting these big overviews, I'll often keep my bars here, kind of, I guess, a little big. I run them on 40. Some people like to hyper extend them, and you get that look. That's okay. It's okay. It just gives you more definition in the bar. So that's 500. There's more definition in the volume bars this way. So you can do that if you want to. And I alter my colors. You can choose to alter them however you like. I don't know about Google here. It's I'll be watching this signal line, I suppose, for another swing. Back over 65 on the RSI, be interested. Otherwise, I think we're going to come to the top right up here. I mean, there's a little bit of room up there. Another 10 points, so it's possible. How's the weekly? Man, it's trying to turn over. It's trying hard to turn over up here at the top. It keeps getting denied, though, so it's not bearish. It's not bearish yet. Not at all. Nothing bearish about that. I'll be keeping my eye on Google here. Somebody's asked for SNDK several times. Last one. Last one, my friends. Yeah, she's gone. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. $100 down before you find any support. $100. That's April of 2025. So There's just not much. It didn't build a whole lot on the way up here. A lot of gaps in between. Down here's true support at 270, all the way down to probably 190. That's true support. So this is going to have to pull back some and establish support somewhere along one of these volume nodes. It doesn't need to lose about 460, right in that neighborhood. Looks like it's wanting to. Yep, that's the daily, trying to roll over at the top. So this could consolidate up here. I will say this is support until it ain't. Okay, it is till it ain't, y'all. They hate us because they ain't us. I don't know if everybody knows that movie or not, but there you go, a little movie quote for you. Oh. All right, my friends. Yeah, earnings for Soul Wonder. Soul Wonder, I would, I mean, if they smoke it and blow it out of the water, yeah. But what if they miss by a little bit and they've had this run already? It would be a reason to dump the stock. I don't know why this is insanely, I don't keep up with this stock, so I don't know much about it. But I know there is a lot of room back down, very easy when it wants to go, when it starts deciding to go. I mean, right now it's bullish still. I would use this right around 470, 468. Started closing under that, it could get nasty real quick. So careful with it. Thank you, my friends. I'm gonna wrap it up right there. Get my where's my screen at, man? There I am, man. There I am. What's running, Tony? That's it, Ahmed. I've been on longer than I intended. You guys check the description in the video. It's got my email down there if you'd like coaching. I would love for you to join the Discord with me over at the Stocks with Josh Discord. Tesla is rolling over on the weekly. Last time 430 to 388. Yeah. I mean, I would look at it on a bigger picture. $432 could start bringing you towards about 420 if you lost 432. Resistance above us right here, 447.50. I'll throw these up. You can screenshot it. You have one more area of interest here. 455. And then a huge gap to the December POC up towards 480. Momentum is not pointing up. It's pointing down. This is a big range up in here. So really under 420 it gets nasty. 432 could start it. 432 break to 420, and then under we would come back to November POC probably down in here. Close to 400. That makes sense to me. we'd be running up with the 200-day moving average through here, where I would probably get more. But I'm not a financial advisor, so nothing that I say means for you to buy, sell, or hold. This is for education and for fun, and I hope that I've taught you guys something and showed you something. Okay, there was Tesla. Said I wasn't going to do it, and I did it, just because that's what I do. Love you guys. Peace, my friends. I'll see you if you're in the Discord. I'll see you in the morning. Okay. Thank you, guys. If you're not in the Discord, hit the top link. That supports me. If you will join the Discord with my affiliate link, that supports me. Okay. I would love to have you come over and join join us in the journey, man. Learn, right? Mike is the compadre you want around. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. All right, I love y'all. Peace. I'm out.